Hello and welcome to Fairfield University at Cookfield. I'm Ryan Canfield. You're listening to WVOF Sports. The Fairfield Stags are hosting the Central Connecticut State Blue Devils today in this midweek affair where we have an absolutely gorgeous day here at Fairfield University. It is 70s, couple clouds in the sky, a little bit of a breeze. This is by far the nicest day that we have had so far in Fairfield. But first, let's break down the pitching matchup. Starting for Fairfield today, freshman Ben Alexson. Alexson is sporting a 5.57 ERA in 21 innings. He's made 5 starts this year. His last start this season came on March 26th against UMass Lowell, where he went 4 innings strong, 6 hits, 3 runs, only 1 earned in 76 pitches. He did not get a decision, but the Stags would lose that game 10-6. Alexson is 6'2", and in 2023, he was the Vermont Baseball Gatorade Player of the Year after recording a 1.36 ERA with 88 strikeouts in 36 innings during his senior year. Perfect game preseason All-American and ranked the top right-handed pitcher in the state of Vermont. Alexson is a 3-time Vermont Baseball State Champion and a 2-time Mountain League Player of the Year. So he tries to find his footing in college. He's had an absolutely sparkling high school career as he's going to take on Central Connecticut State. Now, Central Connecticut State, they come into the game with a record of 6-16. They are on an 8-game losing streak. Their last win was on March 24th, which was an 8-0 win against Wagner University. Central Connecticut State is just 3-8 on the road this season, and they're starting someone who is yet to make a pitching appearance for them all season long. They're starting senior T.J. Wainwright. Now, Wainwright's pitched before. Last season, in 2023, he appeared in 16 games with 4 starts. He went 5-1 with 25 strikeouts in 38 innings. He had one of his best starts was 5 shutout innings that started against Norfolk State. Now, in 2022, he appeared in 20 games with he went 1-1 with a 2.88 ERA. Struck out 23 in 25 innings. Now, this is not unusual for the Blue Devils. They only have 3 guys who have pitched over 30 innings for them this year. Jake Newman, Anthony Mozzicato, and Drew Munn. That's it. The rest of what they do are bullpen games. And Wainwright, when I was looking at the stats, the announcer starter literally does not have an inning pitch. So he will surely be the first of a litany of Blue Devil pitchers that will try to shut down this Stag lineup today. And let's go into the starting lineup while we're here. Leading off for the Stags will be Luke Nomura. We have Zach Sellinger in the 2 spot. Dean Ferrara will be taking a seat today. He is not hurt, but he will take Ferrara's normal spot. Matt Bergevin in the 3. Ethan Hibbard is DHing today. He's getting the day off behind the plate. Matt Bucciero in right. Matt Lucier in left. J.P. Kuzik behind the dish, replacing Hibbard. Nick Storino will take over Ferrara's spot, batting 8th at third, and batting 9th, playing center field, T.J. Schmalzi. For the Blue Devils, they will have Brady Short, their second baseman, leading off. Gianno Merlonghi. Brulette will be the DH. Derek Hoggy will be behind the plate. Pasqualini playing third. Jaworski at first. Michael Torniero in center field. Ducatelli in left. And Elliot Good, the shortstop for the Blue Devils today. It is an absolutely beautiful day here in Fairfield, and we're going to come back for first pitch just after the national anthem here in a moment. Welcome back to Cookfield here at Fairfield University, where first pitch is coming very, very shortly. So for defensively, the Stags line up like this. At third base, they will have Nick Storino replacing Dean Ferrara. Shortstop, Luke Namura. Second base, Zach Sellinger. And at first, Matt Bergevin. In left field, center field, right field will go Matt Lucier, TJ Schmalzi, and Matt Buschiero. Behind the dish, TJ Kuzik, and on the mound, Alexin for the Stags. He will have to deal with a 1-2-3 of Brady Short, Gianni Merlonghi, and Colby Brulette. Now, if the name Short sounds familiar and you watch Major League Baseball, that's because Brady's brother, Zach Short, is currently on the New York Mets. He came up with the Tigers in this season, signed a contract with the Mets. He was there for his debut in 2022, but Brady Short is batting leadoff for a reason. He's having a very impressive year. He's a team-high batting average of .347 with 1 home run out of the leadoff spot. He's a junior from Hurley, New York. Short has only failed to record a hit in just 2 of CCSU's 22 games this season. The Blue Devils are wearing their gray uniforms, their road grays. They have their numbers on the back in blue with white piping, and on the front they have Central across the front of their jerseys with the number just on the bottom left of their stomach, wearing blue batting helmets. The Stags in their home whites, wearing white with black piping down the side, red lettering in the Stags with a black outline with their white hats with the red F. Cannot stress enough how beautiful of a day it is here in Fairfield University. First time we've hit the 70s, I believe, in 2024. The Stags come into this game having taken 2 of 3 from Canisius over the weekend. They are 5-1 in MAC play, which brings them to an overall record of 12-16 on the season. But stepping into the box now is Brady Short. Short batting .347 on the season, slugging .421, getting on base at a .404 clip. Short a lefty, but Alexson of the big righty. Short steps in the box. Alexson toes the rubber. And we are off with a fastball high and outside from Alexson. Central Connecticut State, as I mentioned earlier, losers of 8 in a row, have not won since March 24th. Alexson's 1-0. Fastball low and outside, make it a 2-0. The Stags are no strangers to losing streaks themselves, though. They had a really, really tough start to the season, losing their first 10 games. Since then, have been 12-6 over their last 18. The freshman's 2-0 cut on a miss, 2-1. Alexson has strikeout stuff, and it's clear early that his fastball has jumped, pounding the outside part of the plate. Alexson's 2-1, cut on, fouled back to even the count at 2. When we talked to Coach Currier earlier in the year was on Stags in the Studio, if you want to go listen to that interview, that is on Stags in the Studio, WVOF Sports, Episode 4. He mentioned the early season woes came from giving out too many free passes and errors as the 2-2 is high and outside 3-2. And as the season's gone on, they've really worked on cutting out the free passes and giving out extra outs. The hitting's been there all season long for the Stags. Alexson's 3-2 off-speed high and outside, so that'll be a lead-off walk for Short. So that'll bring up to the plate Gianno Merlonghi. Now, Merlonghi's only played in 11 games this season, but he has been absolutely sensational. He's hitting a whopping .486. Merlonghi, a righty. And immediately working out of the stretch is the freshman Alexson. Alexson high and outside again, 1-0. Fastball command, an early issue. Short gets a strong lead off of first. Bergevin holding him on. The 1-0, make it high, 2-0. Alexson struggling to find the zone early. The 2-0 from Alexson now. Fastball in there for a strike. From when we announced on Friday against Canisius, where it could not have been windier, colder and nastier, and the wind was absolutely swirling, we have just a nice light breeze today here in Fairfield as Alexson pickoff attempt. Short gets back in standing. Count remains 2-1. We have no outs. Top of the first. 0-0 ball game. Here in this intra-state game. Just a midweek game. Only one game here between these two. This will be a ground ball up the middle. Fielding it, stepping on the bag is Nomura. Fires the first. That'll be 2. Make that a 6-6-3 double play, just what the doctor ordered for Alexson. It was a weak ground ball that just went over the pitcher's mound. Nomura picks it up in a one fell swoop, steps on the bag, and fires the Bergevin at first. So that'll be a DP from Merlongi. 6-6-3. That'll bring up 3-hitter Colby Brulette. Brulette, a lefty. On the season, hitting .327. He's going to take a fastball down and away for a strike. Brulette slugging .509, getting on base at a .362 clip. This is a line drive opposite field, fair ball. Past Storino at third. Holding him to a single will be Lucier. A good piece of hitting from Brulette, and that is a single with a man on first, 2 outs. It's been clear the strategy for Alexson has been pounding fastballs to the outside part of the plate. Brulette did exactly what your coaches tell you to do in Little League. Keep your hands in, wait a little bit, and shoot it the other way. That was a nice line drive. Storino never had a chance at third. So 2 outs, man on first. Stepping up to the plate now, catcher Derek Hauge. Hauge coming in batting .261. Hauge a lefty as well. First pitch, fastball outside. Hauge batting .261, slugging .609. This is only his 7th start of the season. Batting cleanup today. Leading off at first is Brulette. Alexson gets a swing and a miss on an off-speed down and away and make the count 1-1. Brulette off first. Alexson deals the 1-1. That'll be an off-speed down and inside, 2-1. Hauge's had about a hit for every single start. 6 hits on the year, 6 starts. He's appeared in 7 games. Brulette with a very short lead off first. Alexson make it 3-1, fastball down and in, still struggling with command. They do say a double play is a pitcher's best friend, and it really is because he's labored through this first inning. Walk, generated a weak ground ball, got great results for it, gave up a sharp line drive, and now falling behind 3-1 to the cleanup hitter for the Blue Devils. And that'll be ball 4, fastball outside. So early trouble here for Alexson, first and second, 2 outs. Stepping up to the plate now, Hunter Pasqualini, the third baseman. He's batting .274 in the season, slugging .369, getting on base .384. Pasqualini yet to hit a home run this season. Pasqualini also a lefty. 4 of the first 5 hitters for the Blue Devils have been lefties. Storino checking Brulette at second. Alexson deals low, 0-0. Make it 1-0. Excuse me. Bergevin not holding on Hauge at first. Playing down the line. Outfield shaded a little bit over to the left center side. Alexson delivers, and that's a strike. That catches the bottom corner of the zone. Pasqualini didn't love the call. Counts 1-1. First and second, 2 outs. 0-0 ball game, top 1. The freshman Alexson trying to work in and out of trouble. His 1-1 is a ground ball back up the middle, and that's through. Schmalzing to the field in the center. They're waving Brulette home. Brulette's going to score easy, and the Blue Devils are going to strike first. A hard hit ground ball up the middle. Neither infielder had a chance at it. Schmalzi did a good job getting it in, holding Hauge at second. So it'll be first and second, 2 outs with a 1-0 game. So an RBI for Pasqualini. Hauge moves to second. Brulette scores. 2-out rally. And that's the first one of the game. Stepping up to the plate, another lefty, Bo Jaworski. Jaworski coming into this game, batting .259. And 8 games started. As Alexson finds the strike zone, 0-1. Jaworski has started 8 games this season, has left the yard twice. Alexson looking to do damage control. Storino holding Alan Hoggy at short. That'll be a weak tapper foul. Alexson up in the count 0-2 to the Blue Devil first baseman. You see Schmalzi once again shaded well over to left field. Lucier, the left fielder, playing close to the line. Bushiero basically playing in the right center gap. Choking up with the bat is Jaworski. The 0-2 from Alexson. Swung on, fouled onto the field, hockey field. Jaworski stays alive. Bergevin not holding on Pasqualini at first. Storino keeping Hoggy close at second. Alexson's 0-2 again, high and outside, 1-2. The Blue Devils making the freshman work this inning. A lot of balls that have been hit very, very hard. Mentioned Alexson in his last start went 4 innings, gave up 6 hits, 3 runs, 1 of which was earned. He did 76 pitches that game. That's a ground ball up the middle and a nice play by Alexson, snaring it and tossing over to Bergevin to get out of trouble. So into the top 1, we have a couple of hits, 1 run for the Blue Devils, and going into the bottom of the first, the Blue Devils have a 1-0 lead. Stay right with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Cookfield at Fairfield University, where the Blue Devils have a 1-0 lead over the Stags on a Pasqualini RBI single. So here's how the Blue Devils are going to line up behind T.J. Wainwright today. In left field, it'll be Ducatelli. Center field, we have Tornero. Right field, Merlongi. In the infield, we go Pasqualini at third, Good at short, Short at second, and Jaworski at first. Behind the dish, catching Wainwright, will be Derek Hoggy. Wainwright, making his first appearance on the mound this season, is going to deal with Luke Namura, the shortstop. First pitch cut on and missed. Strong fastball from Wainwright. Namura on the season batting .305, .486 slug, .411 on base with 3 home runs. The Stag shortstop's got a cut on and miss again. Wainwright up ahead early, 0-2. Wainwright, a senior. He's 5'9", 185. He's from Stamford, Connecticut. As he gets 3 swings and misses for his first strikeout of the day on Luke Namura. Strong start from Wainwright. We mentioned this is his first appearance this season, but last year he did have 4 starts, and his overall record, he appeared in 16 games, was 5-1, struck out 25 in 33 innings. Couldn't have asked for a much better start today. Zach Sellinger is going to take a ball 1-0. Dean Ferrara, normally in this spot in the order. He's getting the day off. Sellinger now moves up in the order. And he's going to hit one foul into the parking lot that just, and I mean just, misses a car. Sellinger comes into the game batting .304, getting on base at a .446 clip. 2 home runs on the season as he takes an off-speed 2-1 now to the Stag second baseman. Wainwright moving with pace. Fires in a fastball outside taken for a strike. Wainwright's fastball says some serious jump here in the first. Clearly ready to go. The right-hander deals to Sellinger. The 2-2, breaking ball. Sellinger's going to loop it in for a base hit. Right into the right center gap. A good piece of hitting to fight off the breaking ball and have the Stags' first base hit of the day. Wasn't hit hard, but hit at the right loft, and it was just an overall good piece of hitting. So that brings Matt Bergevin to the plate. Bergevin comes in batting .311. The Stag for baseman slugging an impressive .708 behind 11 home runs. Sellinger leads off first. He is a threat to go. Wainwright in the stretch. Fires. And that's a base hit. Bergevin through the 4-3 hole. Sellinger's going to hold at second. So just like that, it's first and second, one out for the Stags after back-to-back singles. First pitch, Bergevin was hunting a fastball. He got it middle away and took it just that way. Another good piece of hitting for the Stags' first baseman. So that brings up Ethan Hibbard, normally catching. Today, he's the designated hitter. Hibbard, one of the best hitters in the MAC so far this season, hitting .418 with 12 home runs. He's had a couple ducks on the pond here early. Breaking ball in for a strike. We saw Canisius over the weekend with Bergevin and Hibbard. We're actually playing 4 outfielders and 3 infielders. That's how much they respect their pop. Sellinger being held on by second by short as the 0-1 is popped foul into the bleachers. 0-2. Bergevin not being held on at first by Jaworski. So we got first and second. 0-2, 1 out. Blue Devils have a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Hibbard, the Stags cleanup hitter, looking to do some damage. The 0-2, outside. Nice sliding grab by the backstop, Hoggy, to keep that from going by. So Hibbard now 1-2. Right on right. Wainwright deals. Fastball high. Hibbard works the count back even 2-2. Mentioned Sellinger is a threat to go. He's stolen a pair of bags this season. That breaking ball is going to get Hibbard right on the elbow guard. So the bases are now loaded. Hibbard worked it back even. That breaking ball got away from Wainwright, and the bases are juiced for Matt Buschiero. Buschiero, the sophomore outfielder, hitting .250 on the year. He started every single game for the Stags this season. He's gone deep 5 times, gets on base at a .374 clip. Buschiero here in a big spot early. Bases loaded, 1 out. This will be fouled onto Rafferty. Right over at Bird's Nest in the lighthouse. The Bird unfazed. At third, Sellinger. Bergevin second. Hibbard first. Fastball down and away. Counts even at 1. Stags looking to erase the early 1-0 deficit given by the Pasqualini single. The 1-1 now also fouled onto Rafferty. So Buschiero a tad late on Wainwright's fastball. That one had a little more juice. I would expect to go for the strikeout here. Middle infield playing back. Sellinger not being held on at third. The Blue Devils willing to concede a run. The 1-2. Swung on, that's line to the outfield. And that's going to find a gap. Here comes Sellinger. Bergevin's rounding third. Hibbard. He's being held up at third. So that'll be a double and 2 RBIs from Matt Buschiero. He gave that one a ride and gave the Stags the lead 2-1. Bergevin had it all the way. He was basically trailing Sellinger on the way back to the plate. Hibbard didn't get the best jump. He had to wait for it to fall. The ball was never really close to Tornero out there in center. But here we are, second and third, 1 out. Stepping up to the plate, MAC Rookie of the Week, Matt Lucier. He had 2 home runs over the weekend against Canisius. Lucier is going to take outside 1-0. So after the Nomura strikeout on 3 pitches, every single Stag has reached base. Wainwright's 1-0 high, 2-0 to the freshman Lucier. Hibbert at third, Bushiero at second. Infield once again willing to concede a run, playing back. And that ball will be chopped down the first base line. First base coach can't make the play, but it's a foul ball regardless. Count 1-2. Excuse me, 2-1 on the freshman. Lucier, after the strong weekend series, his average is up to 250. And did he check his swing? He did. Make the count 3-1. Lucier's first career home run was on Friday, where the wind was zipping so crazily, the ball tailed, and ripped off the foul poles. He fouls this one back onto the street behind me. So that'll make the count full at 3-2. 3-2, 1 out. Runners on second and third. Stags up 2-1 here at the bottom of the first. Wainwright's full count, and that'll be high. Lucier works the walk. So the bases are juiced for J.P. Kuzik. Kuzik, the backup catcher, he's appeared in 13 games, started 7. He's batting .259 on the year, gets on base at a .394 clip. Once again, the Stags have loaded the bases. Kuzik, the 7-hitter. We're going to have a quick little mound meeting. Hoggy wants to check with Wainwright just to settle him down a little bit. First appearance of the year, started off great. Not much has gone right for him since. So Kuzik now. Hibbard on third. Bushiero second. Lucier on first as Wainwright fires in a strike. Count 0-1. The 0-1. Breaking ball fouls first base side on the Rafferty field. The girls' lacrosse practice is getting peppered with unexpected flying objects. So base is juiced, 0-2. Kuzik is going to pop up, and they're going to call an infield fly. Making the play short, so that'll be 2 outs. Kuzik does not get the job done. Wainwright 1 out away from navigating out of trouble. So stepping up to the plate now, Nick Storino. Storino replacing Ferrara in the field today, batting 8th. Storino, a junior at a New Milford, Connecticut. He throws right, but he bats left. He takes a ball down and away, 1-0. It's always those 2-out base hits for RBIs that can break a pitcher. Wainwright, and this ball struck well, and that ball is gone. That's a grand slam for Nick Storino. Goodbye, baseball. Nick Storino just gave the Stags a 5-run lead, 6-1, and boy, did he know it. It had a loud sound coming off the bat, and the outfielder gave it a courtesy run, but that ball was long gone. So the Stags put up a crooked number here in the first. 6-1 on the Storino grand slam. So that brings up center fielder T.J. Schmalzi to the plate. He's going to take fastball for a strike. Schmalzi will be the 9th hitter to come to the plate for the Stags this inning. He will foul that one back. Wainwright quickly ahead of 0-2. Schmalzi comes into the year. He's had 10 starts, batting .133. The 0-2 outside 1-2. Wainwright struck out Nomura, but then gave up base hits to Sellinger and Bergevin, hit Hibbard, Bushiero with the double, Lucier walked, Kuzik popped out, and then Storino with the grand salami as this ball is driven deep to left field, going back on the warning track and making a phenomenal catch. A really impressive running catch is Ducatelli. That ball just a couple more feet leaves the yard, giving it a ride with Schmalzi. Getting out of further damage is Wainwright, but the Stags still put up 6. At the end of 1, 6-1 Stags. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Cook Field here at Fairfield University, where the Stags just erupted for 6 innings in the bottom of the first, capped off by a Nick Storino grand slam with 2 outs off TJ Wainwright. So coming into the inning down 1-0, they exploded for 6 and have given freshman Ben Alexson a nice cushion here in the second. Alexson's going to have to first deal with center fielder Michael Tornero. Tornero's had back-to-back-to-back games with 2 hits, and he's no stranger to that. Last season, Tornero had 11 such games with multiple hits, and at one point has a 7-game hit streak. Tornero, the center fielder, a righty. Shows bunt and bunts. Charging now is Storino. Storino fires to first, and it's an errant throw. Going the second now is Tornero, and he'll get there easily. So bunting for a hit, and now getting to second is Tornero. Clearly bunting for a hit. He showed very late. Storino playing deep, and then had the errant throw. So just like that, a runner in scoring position for the Blue Devils. Now I cannot see, but there is action in the Blue Devil bullpen. As we mentioned, they love these bullpen games. Even if TJ Wainwright was pitching well, he was not probably going to go deep into this game. Stepping up to the plate now is Antonio Ducatelli, who made a phenomenal catch to end last inning. He takes a big hack and misses. Ducatelli comes into this one, batting .313. This is just his 5th start of the season. He's appeared in 11. Alexson's 0-1. Breaker in for a strike. So he's up 0-2. Tornero being held on second by Nomura. Ducatelli, a lefty. Just trying to get the runner over. 0-2, no outs. Man on second. 6-1 ball game. Top second, fastball high and outside. Coach Bill Currier hoping, hey, freshman pitcher gets a 5-run lead, go attack, 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 and all of a sudden 1 pitch in, it's a bunt for a hit who ends up on second base. Alexson's 1-2 inside. Ducatelli works the count back even at 2. I would assume Wainwright's day is done. That was his first pitching appearance of the season. Did not go as planned. This will be a bullpen day here on out. And that'll be a strike 3 looking. Ducatelli doesn't like the call, but Alexsson gets the backwards K. 1 out. So that brings up to the plate Elliott Good, the shortstop for the plate. Good, hitting .163 on the year. He's a righty, trying to get Tornero in. With the righty now up, Sellinger holds on Tornero at second. Alexson's, this is popped in the shallow right. Going back is Bergevin, helping out as Sellinger. Sellinger's the one who puts it away. Fires to second, too late to get the double play. So nice play by Sellinger. We mentioned there's not a lot of wind, but the sun is out. And they was looking right into it. So quick 2 outs for Alexsson after the pop out. Sellinger by Elliott Good. Coming in now, leadoff hitter once again, Brady Short. Short, his first time up, walked. The Blue Devils at risk of stranding a runner here at second. 2 outs. And this is lines, left field. Lucier running over, and he puts it away. So here at the end of 1.5 in Fairfield, the Stags keep a 6-1 lead. We'll be right back here for the bottom of the second. Do not go anywhere. You're listening to WVOF Sports. Welcome back to Cookfield here at Fairfield University. We have a pitching change for the Blue Devils. So coming into the game will be Patrick Riley. Riley is senior out of Albany, New York. On the year, he's made 4 appearances. He's thrown 7 innings. He has a 6.43 ERA. He's given up 6 hits, 5 runs over 7 innings of work. And he's at the top of the order to face as he deals in a strike to Luke Nomura. Nomura struck out on 3 pitches, all swinging his last time up. Riley, the 6'2 senior, did not appear in a game last season. His 5th appearance this season, as he fires in another strike, gets ahead on Nomura 0-2. The tall righty looking to start strong. Stags up 6-1 here in the bottom of the second. The big righty fires, breaker, hammer to short, good, boots it, has to hurry, and beating out is Nomura. So that'll go as an E6 on good. And Nomura will reach on the error. It was a good breaking pitch. Nomura hit it hard. That's why Good bobbled it. But with Nomura's speed, and Good was playing on the back with his toes on the outfield grass, cannot come up with it. So that brings up Zach Sellinger, who started everything off last time with a little single. Nomura leads off first. Riley from the stretch. Pitch. Outside, gets the strike zone, 0-1. Nomura on the season has 8 stolen bases. He's been caught twice. He is a threat to go. The righty's going to check on Nomura. Nomura dives back safe. Count is 0-1, man on first. No outs. Stags up 6-1 here in the bottom of the second at Cookfield on what is an absolutely gorgeous day here at Fairfield University. Riley deals, popped up, short in shallow right field. The second baseman puts it away for the first out of the inning. So that'll bring in Matt Bergevin. Bergevin singled on the first pitch he saw and scored on the Sereno Grand Slam. Good is running into the dugout. The shortstop is handing something in and running back out. I don't know if that was an arm sleeve or something there. It looked like it was an equipment-related delay. So Riley takes a stroll behind the mound. Nomura still on first. 1 out. Matt Bergevin, the Stag 3 hitter, up to the plate. Respecting him in left field is Ducatelli, playing very deep. All outfielders actually playing very deep on the Stags' first baseman. For good reason. He's hit 11 home runs this year. Checking on Nomura at first is Riley again. Nomura dives back. To Stags shortstop there of an E6 by Elliott Good. Riley deals. Fastball outside, 1-0. Bergevin has really stepped into a leadership role on this team. Last year, the top four of the order was pretty standard. Griffin Watson, Mike Bichetti, Charlie Pagliarini, and Matt Bergevin. He's the only one of the top four and the infield to return after last season as he takes a ball low, count 2-0. And I think that shows when you go 0-10 to start the season, someone's got to be like, hey, guys, time to pick it up. And you turn to veteran leaders like Ethan Hibbard and Matt Bergevin, and Bergevin's backed it up. He's had, once again, an outstanding year as he hits a high fly ball on the 2-0, shallow right field, crashing in is Merlongi to put it away. So that'll be 2 down now as Bergevin pops up to right to bring up Ethan Hibbard. Hibbard, once again, one of those guys I just mentioned who is taking on the leadership role and really emerge. You're never going to replace what Charlie Pagliarini did. If he wasn't 1 in every single offensive category last year for the MAC, he was 2, and Hibbard has done just that. So Nomura, they're going to check on him again. He gets back in safe. Hibbard in the first inning fell down 0-2, worked the count back even, and then Wainwright hit him with a breaking ball right in the arm. Right in the elbow guard. That's why you wear them. Riley shakes a couple of times, fires back to first. Nomura's back in safely. Commanding a lot of attention of Riley is Nomura. We have a very nice crowd here on this Tuesday afternoon. Students getting out of class and coming over to watch a baseball game, both within the stands and along the fence to right center. Nomura goes. Hibbard pops up to the parking lot. We're going to play card roulette, and it hits the parking lot this time. If you parked in the parking lot behind this stadium at Cook Field, you're not safe. You're not safe. Hibbard down 0-1. Nomura did go. He returns the first on the foul ball. 0-1, 2 outs. Man on first, 6-1. Bottom of the second, they check on him again. He's back in again. Jaworski, the first baseman, doing a good job holding them on, not letting him get too big of a lead. It's the advantage of having speed. They check on him again. Ooh, and he just got back in. Good move from Riley. This is why having speed matters. Nomura at first, unbelievable speed, clearly commanding so much of the attention. It's a little bit less attention you put on Ethan Hibbard. You put one over the middle of the plate, you might not see it again from 31. This time Riley goes home. Cut on and driven. Deep center field, going back and making the catch just shy of the warning track is Michael Tornero. So working around the error is Riley. At the end of 2, 6-1 ball game. Don't go anywhere. We'll stay right here on WVOF Sports. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to WVOF Sports. I am Ryan Canfield, and absolutely happy to be here in which a day when the weather literally could not be better. I know I keep saying it, but it literally could not be better. Starting off is Ben Alexson looking to maintain a 6-1 lead, provided by Nick Storino's grand slam in the first inning. He will be tasked with Gianni Merlongi. The breaker in the Merlongi is in for a strike. We mentioned Merlongi in the year. He's only played 11 games, but when he's been in, he has been the best hitter for the Blue Devils. The freshman deals to the right fielder, and that's in the dirt. Nice block by Kuzik. Count even at 1. And for a team that's lost 8 in a row, as the Blue Devils have, you're so close to getting out of the first inning, relatively unscathed. And then Storino hits a grand slam. It's so demoralizing as that ball just high from Alexson. Count 2-1. Stags dugout not too thrilled, wondering where that one was. The 2-1 to the Blue Devils 2-hitter. Swung on, driven out to right field. Bouchero back a couple of steps, and he puts it away for the first out. That'll bring up Brulette.
The DH, number 16, Colby Brulette.
Brulette had a nice single his first time up. Took the pitch the opposite way into left. Lucier made the play and held it in 1, but he has scored the only run of the game for the Blue Devils. So 1 down. The lefty takes a strike down and away. Alexson up ahead 0-1. Brulette, the designated hitter today, making his 15th start of the year. Alexson, the freshman, looking to settle in. After a little bit of a rocky first. Fires. This is going to be looped. Going back on it and making the play just in shallow left field is Nomura. Wasn't hit hard. It was just a matter of was it going to find no man's land. Nomura was there to make sure that didn't happen. 2 down. So the cleanup hitter now, Derek Hoggy, steps in. Hoggy, his first time up, walked and advanced to second. The lefty, Hoggy, takes a strike, 0-1. Alexson looking to work through 2, 3, and 4 here. He's gotten 2 and 3, now looking for the cleanup hitter. The freshman deals. The 0-1, make it 0-2. Good pitch down and away. Alexson looking for his first 1-2-3 of the day. This is a ground ball to second. Sellinger, Bergevin, and that's a 1-2-3 for Ben Alexson. So at the end of 2.5, the Stags up 6-1. Stay right here. We'll be right back for the bottom of the third. Welcome back to WVOF Sports. I'm Ryan Canfield, and it's just me today. I am solo, coming out for his second inning of work with Patrick Riley. Riley, efficient in the second, had to essentially get 4 outs, worked around the error from Good, and then worked through 2, 3, and 4 in the Stags order. But now he's tasked with Matt Bouchero. Bouchero hit a 2-run double his first time up. TJ Wainwright. The first pitch at the bottom of the third is in the dirt, 1-0. Bouchero had one of the more impressive catches I've ever seen on Friday. full extension Superman catch in right field. He takes fastball high, 2-0. The sophomore outfielder looking to a part of the next Stags core to elevate as he continues to stay here through his junior and senior year. He started as a freshman, still here as a sophomore. Bushiero, hometown, Ridgefield, Connecticut. 6'2", 215. He's a big kid. And he's got MAC Rookie of the Week after clubbing his first 2 collegiate home runs with 4 RBIs. He walked his first time up. Leading off first is Bushiero. Riley's first pitch high and outside 1-0. We have a little bit of action in the CCS pen. It'll be Bryce Tapiro who's getting hot. The 1-0. High and outside 2-0. The exciting thing about the Stags is since I've been here, they've consistently had elite offenses. And I mentioned Matt Bushiero, who's been a mainstay since coming up. Lucier, who's looked really, really promising as of late. If you could pencil those guys in for the next 3-4 years, as a big hack from Lucier, cut on and missed. Had to readjust the helmet after that one. Makes the count 2-1. Those are cornerstone guys that you could put down in left field and right field for the next few years, and that's a lot for Bill Courier. As Riley's going to check on Bushiero at first, 2 times back safe. Mentioned on Friday's game, but it's worth bringing up again. Luciero, he's the lefty Giancarlo Stanton in the sense of how his stance is. He is so closed off. He's really quick hands. He's going to take ball high and outside 3-1. Bushiero on first, Lucier at the dish. He's up 3-1. No outs here in the bottom of the third. Stags up 6-1. Patrick Riley on the hill, looking to avoid back-to-back walks. Cut on and missed. Lucier. So once again, another full count for Patrick Riley. The senior looking to avoid back-to-back full count walks. Bushier goes, ground ball to second. Would have been a double play, but instead Short's going to have to fire to first and settle for 1. That was a tailor-made double play ball. Bushier wasn't gone. So Bushier advances to second. Lucier grounds out.
The catcher, number 14.
So that brings up J.P. Kuzik, who had an infield fly with the bases loaded his last time up. This time he's in a man on second, 1 down. Kuzik, a sophomore. 5'6", 185. He's from Saddlebrook, New Jersey. Went to Don Bosco Prep. As he takes ball low, 1-0. Riley with a man in scoring position. Short holding him on at second. That's Brady Short, not the shortstop. Be a lot easier if they just made Short the shortstop. Be pretty fun for me, at least. Count 2-0. The 2-0, and that's a high ball driven deep left field at the wall. Ducatelli, and that's gone. Home run, J.P. Kuzik. Goodbye, baseball. Took the high fastball right out of the yard. 8-1 Stags on Kuzik's first home run of the season. The Stags dugout erupting, showing support of the backup catcher. Getting the start today because they're giving Hibbert the DH day, making the most of it, hitting the 2-run home run. We now have a pitching change for the Blue Devils. So Riley's day concludes. After an inning and a third of work, he gave up 2 runs, both earned, on the home run from Kuzik. Stay right here. We'll be right back after this pitching change. Welcome back to WVOF Sports. I'm Ryan Canfield, and we have a new pitcher in the game. That'll be Bryce DiPiero. DiPiero, a freshman, 6'3", 200 pounds, out of Enfield, Connecticut. DiPiero making his 5th appearance of the season. He's a 12.25 ERA in just 3.2 innings of work. He's a .421 batting average against. His first test, Nick Storino, who had a grand slam his last time up. He takes the ball 1-0. Third inning. Third different pitcher for the Blue Devils. Riley gave him 1 1/3. Wainwright gave him one inning, but gave up 6 in the process. DiPiero, the freshman, induces a ground ball from Storino. Bobble by Short. He's going to have to hurry. And he gets the hustling Storino in time for the second out of the inning. So that brings up TJ Schmalzi, who gave one a ride his last time up. Sent Ducatelli all the way back on a running catch on the warning track. Schmalzi in center field today for his second at-bat against DiPiero. The 6'3" lefty deals. Ooh, strike low. Looked like it might have been a little too low. Stags making that well known to the umpire. 0-1, 2 outs. Second one outside, 1-1 to TJ Schmalzi. Schmalzi is a sophomore outfielder, 5'10", 195 pounds, from Lake Wallenpaupack, Pennsylvania. Went to the Wallenpaupack Area High School. Pennsylvania kid came into the game batting .133 on the day. His 1-1 grounded sharply, foul down the third base line. Count 1-2. We have an 8-1 ball game. 1-2. 2 outs to the Stags' 9-hitter and their center fielder. DiPiero, the tall freshman, deals. Fastball, good fastball in, forces a foul ball. Good job by Schmalzi to stay alive. Count remains 1-2. It's been the long ball today for the Stags. Storino with the salami. Kuzik with his first home run of the year absolutely hammered a high 2-0 fastball that almost hit the scoreboard out and left. And Bouchier with the other 2 runs and an RBI 2-run double in the first. This is a liner out to center, and under making the play is Tornero. So that'll be it after 3 innings. The Stags up 8-1. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the top of the 4th here on WVOF Sports. Welcome back to Cookfield at Fairfield University, where the ball is absolutely flying out of the yard for the Stags. They've given freshman Ben Alexson an 8-1 lead as we go in to the top of the 4th. Alexson, through 3 innings of work thus far, has given him 1 run, 3 hits, and worked around an error. A lot of run support for the freshman today, exactly what Coach Courier dreams up when working with a freshman pitcher. He will have to deal with Hunter Pasqualini, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the order. Pasqualini responsible for the sole RBI for the Blue Devils today, with a sharp ground ball in the center field off Alexson in the first. And he shows bunt, and in for a strike. He pulled back. Pasqualini clearly did not think it was a strike. Pasqualini came into the day batting .274. Notch's 8th RBI is this one. Sharp ground ball to left field. That's a liner in the left field, excuse me. That's going to go into the corner. Pasqualini going for 2. Lucier fires in. That'll be a stand-up double for Hunter Pasqualini. So lead-off double for Pasqualini. That was a hard-hit ball down the left field line. Lucier got it in quick. But regardless, nothing he could do with Pasqualini's speed. That is a stand-up lead-off double. So that brings up first baseman Bo Jaworski to the plate. He had a little chopper back to Alexson in the first, who flipped to the Bergevin to get out of further trouble. The freshman deals. Cut on and missed. So we have a man on second here at Cookfield. 1 strike, no outs. Stags up 8-1. Loosely holding on Pasqualini at second is Namura. This ball is chopped. Tough play for Alexson. He fires to first. He's going to make a play. At advancing to third is Pasqualini. Alexson made that play look way easier than that is. As a pitcher, you're so easy just firing 90, 90, 90, 90, and all of a sudden you got to change your arm slot and slow it on down a little bit and either run a little bit. That was essentially a swinging bunt. A nice play from the freshman. Pasqualini advances to third. That brings up center fielder Michael Torino, who doubled his first time up on a bunt. He showed bunt on the first pitch and got there on the hit, but the throw was wide from Storino at third, which is why he advanced to second. So, a single and an error. But he did not score. Tornero looking to do a job, bring Pasqualini home. He pops up. Will it get out of play? It will, off the top of the Stags dugout. Count 1-1 to the Blue Devils center fielder. Pasqualini leads off third. Alexson, once again looking to work out of a jam with a runner in scoring position, with a 7-run lead nonetheless. Alexson's 1-1 cut on a miss. Strong fastball from the freshman, powered it by Tornero. Mentioned earlier, Tornero has had multiple hit games in his last 3 games. He's already got 1. Came into the day batting over 300. The 1-2, high fastball cut on and missed. He swung high in the 1-1 to make it 1-2. They went even higher up the ladder and Tornero bit. So a swinging K. So that brings up Antonio Ducatelli now, responsible for trying to bring Pasqualini in from third. Getting the job done was Jaworski by getting Pasqualini to third, but Tornero could not bring him in. Ducatelli, his first time up, struck out looking. The left fielder cuts on and missed on Alexson's fastball, low and away. 0-1, 2 outs. Top 4, Stags up 8-1. Dancing off a third, Pasqualini. Alexson's 0-1 low. Pasqualini trying to do anything just to scrape another run off the dish. Blue Devils in a 8-game losing streak currently, trying to snap out of it. They're going to need a miracle to do so today. Down 7 here in the early going. This ball, fly ball. Will it stay fair, and who's going to get it? It'll be Lucier. It did end up staying fair, but Matt Lucier is going to put it away. So Pasqualini's leadoff double goes to waste. It remains 8-1 through 3.5 as Alexson works out of trouble. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to WVOF Sports. I'm Ryan Canfield. The Stags up 8-1 off of a Matt Bouchiero 2-run double in the first, a Nick Storino grand slam in the first, and J.P. Kuzik with a 2-run shot in the bottom of the third. So remaining in the game after getting the final 2 outs last inning, freshman Bryce DiPiero. This time he'll be tasked with facing the top of the Stags order. Luke Namira, Zach Sellinger, Matt Bergevin. In his first 2 at-bats, Namira struck out swinging on each time, and he advanced on an error after a ground ball to short. Tall lefty deals. Below the zone, fastball, 1-0 to the shortstop. Namira, he's lived in that leadoff spot all year for the Stags. Takes another fastball, 2-0. And at this point, if you're Charlie Hickey, head coach for the Blue Devils, you're telling your guys, throw strikes. Let them put it in play. Let's let our guys make a play. As he throws his third ball, that was a fastball inside 3-0. Taking a moment to gather himself behind the mound is DiPiero. So you fall behind 3-0 to the leadoff hitter. And this is a Stags lineup where if you put guys on base, they're going to make you pay for it. They're going to do damage. I think you just let them hit it. They make a play. If they hit it hard, they hit it hard. As he fires in a strike 3-0, especially when you're already down 8-1. Giving out free passes is no one any good. DiPiero, the 3-1. This ball is driven high and deep out to left center field. And Luke Namira's left the yard. A solo shot for the leadoff hitter. 9-1 Stags. On Namira's 4th home run of the season, he took the 3-1 and put it into the street. That was another courtesy jog from Ducatelli. So just like that, Namira now leaves the yard for his 4th of the season to make it a 9-1 ball game. DiPiero paid the price after falling behind 3-0, trying to make sure that same thing doesn't happen again as he fires in a strike to Zach Sellinger. Sellinger singled in the first, popped out to second in the second inning. He takes ball outside to even the count at 1. That ball that Namira hit went to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark, and this didn't just get over the fence. It wasn't a fence scraper. It got over in a big way. This ball breaker, Sellinger hits it foul down the third baseline, count 1-2. Stags extend the lead to 8 and have scored in every inning except for the second thus far. This ball low, 2-2. Namira's solo shot was the Stags' 3rd home run of the day, and as we mentioned earlier, it's beautiful weather. Anything you hit in the air that's hit high, there's a chance it's going out because the ball is just absolutely soaring off the bat today. 2-2 to the Stags' second baseman. Breaker, ground ball through the 5-6 hole. That'll be a base hit for Sellinger. His 2nd of the day. So that'll bring up Bergevin. Bergevin, he's a senior, 6'4", 250 pounds. Grew up in Tempe, Arizona. Bergevin in his first 2 bats singled and hit a fly ball to right. Sellinger leads off first. To lefty DiPiero now working out of the stretch. Fires in, fastball just catches the inside part of the plate for a strike. This is Bergevin's 3rd at-bat. 4 innings of play. Been a little bit of a merry-go-round here at Cookfield. The pitch. Low, evens the count at 1. Good block behind the plate by Derek Hauge to keep Sellinger from advancing. Mentioned earlier, Sellinger has a pair of stolen bases on the year. They check him at first, and that ball squirts away, but not far enough for Sellinger to take off. Jaworski did a good job smothering it and reacting quickly. The 3-hitter now, Bergevin waits. On the 1-1. No outs. Breaking ball. Good pitch. In for the strike. Breaking ball caught the outside part of the plate. 1-2 to the Stag first baseman. We have a 9-1 ball game here at the bottom of the 4th. On this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. DiPiero's 1-2. Fastball high and away, 2-2. DiPiero, freshman, making just his 5th appearance this season. And that ball outside. Bergevin works the count full at 3-2. I mentioned earlier, man, you don't want to fall behind these Stags hitters. You did it to Nomura. He took you deep on 3-1. Sellinger, he got it back even, but he found a hole. Now you got Bergevin. Breaker. Ooh, boy, Bergevin's going to want that one back. That hung over the plate, and he fouled it back to the netting. That ball, we've seen Bergevin take those things about 370 feet before. Ethan Hibbard waits on deck. Outfield playing deep for Bergevin. And this ball, it was low. Bergevin grounds to third. They're going to get the out at second. Can they get the double play? They do. That'll be a 5-4-3 double play. Pasqualini to short to Jaworski. 2 down. Looked like from my angle that Bergevin swung at ball 4. It was low and inside. And that was a nice play by Pasqualini and a great turn by Brady Short at second base to fire over Jaworski. Got Bergevin by about a step. So 2 down, no men on. 9-1, bottom 4. Hibbert at the plate, swings first pitch. It's a pop fly on the right field line. Under it is Jaworski in foul territory. He puts it away. So just like that, for a man on first, no outs. The 2 pitches later, 3 outs, and we're on to the top of the 5th. Stay right here on WVOF Sports. I'm Ryan Canfield. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Cookfield here at Fairfield University, where the Stags tacked on one more in the bottom of the 4th on the Luke Nomura solo shot. Remaining in the game, freshman Ben Ellickson. He's going to deal with 9-1-2 with the Blue Devil order. Starting with Elliott Good. Good popped to second his last time up. And the 6-2 righty deals. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. The long ball has been the saying of the day for the Stags. 3 home runs so far, as that one's outside 1-1. For the Blue Devils, they have the lead. They were up 1-0. And Wainwright looked like he was about to deal in his first appearance this season. Struck out Nomura on 3 pitches, all swinging strikes, as that breaker just inside 2-1. And then after that, the Stags put their next 5 guys on base. And with 2 outs and the bases loaded, only 2 runs given up, The chance to get out of it, Wainwright then gave up the grand salamis. This one's popped up. Bergevin under it. He puts it away for the first out of the inning. And none of the Stags' home runs today have been cheapies. None. Storino's, he knew it the second it left his bat. Kuzik drilled his. And Namira, same thing. The ball's flying out of the yard here at Cook. So that goes back to the top of the order now is Brady Short. Short walked his first time up. Lined to left his last time up. Short. The Blue Devils' second baseman takes ball low and away, 1-0. Mentioned in the pregame, Short, brother of Zach Short, former Detroit Tiger and current New York Met. Zach Short made his major league debut in 2021. His brother Brady just took a ball, 2-0. We mentioned earlier how Merlongi has the better batting average, but Short has played more games, and he's been the most reliable contributor so far on this Blue Devil team. Still one home run of the year. That ball's in there for a strike to make the count 2-1 to the Blue Devil leadoff hitter. Playing in at third is Storino, just making sure they're not going to try and put a butt down on him. And the righty Alexson deals. That ball's fouled straight back. Count even at 2. So with that foul ball, Storino retreats to his normal depth at third. Been very impressed with Ben Alexson so far. Rocky first, and he's really settled down for the last few innings as J.P. Kuzik and Alexson both thought they just had a look in K. Umpire thought otherwise. Counts full just inside to the lefty Short. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top 5, 9-1 is the score. The freshman Alexson fires, and he walks Short for the second time today. So Short on first, and that brings up Gianna Merlongi.
Right fielder, number 25.
Merlongi grounded into a double play his first time up. His last time up, he flew out to right. That was the third walk of the day. Ooh, as he fires in a strike there. That had some juice to Merlongi. That was the third walk of the day for Alexson. Alexson up 0-1. Leading off first is Short. Deals, breaker in for a strike. I think that first ball to Merlongi was his best fastball of the day. Had real pop in the mitt. And then froze Merlongi there with the breaker. Quickly up ahead 0-2. Not the biggest lead off first for Short. This ball grounded up the middle. Can they turn 2? 1. Fires to first. They got him. Sellinger over to Namora to Bergeron. 4-6-3. And we are through 4.5 here at Cook Field. Stay right with us. I am Ryan Canfield at WVOF Sports. The Stags have a 9-1 lead. Welcome back to Cookfield here at Fairfield University. We have a pitching change for the Blue Devils. Coming into the game is Luke Garofalo. Garofalo, he's a senior, 6'1", 185 pounds. He's a righty out of Middlefield, Connecticut, as he fires low to Matt Buschiero, leading off for the Stags. Coming into the season, Garofalo, 13-11, 13.11 ERA on the season, as he fires once again 2-0 low. He's 11.2 innings pitched on the season. He does have a pair of saves. His batting average against .362. Buschiero up ahead 2-0. He scored twice today. Now he's up ahead 3-0. Buschiero has doubled and walked in his first two at-bats. Up ahead early on the senior. He gets the call this time, 3-1 to the sophomore outfielder. Garofalo now, his 3-1. Fires, grounder, third base. They call it a fair ball. Pasquini's got to fire the first. Not in time. Buschiero hustling down the line, beats out the throw. Pasquini fielded it on the foul line. It could have been fair foul, and called fair. Pasquini with a strong throw, but Buschiero's speed too strong to beat it out. So that'll be a single for Buschiero. Third time he's been on base today. That brings up Matt Lucier. Lucier's first time up walked. Last time up hit a grounder to second. Mentioned in the pregame how Lucier, as he takes strike, 0-1, was not the only Stag to receive some hardware. Colin McVeigh was named MAC Pitcher of the Week after his dazzling performance on Sunday against Canisius, where he went 8 innings, a career-high 14 strikeouts, as Lucier taps this one to third. Pasquini's got to hurry, and he's got to eat it. Pasquini eats it with Lucier's speed. So 2 ground balls to the third baseman, not hit hard, but just 2 difficult plays for Pasquini. So it'll be first and second. No outs for the Stags on a couple of dribblers. So that brings up J.P. Kuzik, who cranked a 2-run home run his last time up. But as I was saying, McVeigh, a career-high 14 strikeouts and 8 innings of work in the win against Canisius on Sunday, as firing in low, as Garofalo 1-0. He only gave up 1 hit, 1 earned run to seal the Stags' series victory over Canisius over the weekend. Kuzik now up 1-0. Man on first and second, no outs. He takes ball 2-0. Speaking of hardware, Garofalo's got some himself. Last season, he was all Northeast Conference first team, and we're going to have a little mound meeting here just to settle down the senior pitcher. Last season, Garofalo, as I mentioned, all Northeast Conference first team. He was Northeast Conference all-tournament team. He was also all New England first team. Last season, he had 22 appearances. He went 4-0 with 11 saves and a 2.22 ERA, 2.22, with 46 strikeouts and 44 2/3 inning. His sophomore year, in 2022, he was also all Northeast Conference first team. So Hickey, using Garofalo here, he's had success in the past, struggled this year. First and second. He's induced weak contact both times up, but just 2 balls that were not easy plays for Pasquini over there at third. So now he's got to deal with Kuzik, who's up 2-0 in the count. The 2-0, high, 3-0. 1 pitch away, potentially walking the bases loaded here is Garofalo. .30 in there for a strike, 3-1. Buschiero on second, Lucier on first. Kuzik at the dish. 3-1 count, no outs. Stags up 9-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. That ball fired in there for a strike. Count is full. Kuzik with a slightly closed stance. He's a righty. His 3-2 he takes outside. So Garofalo just walked the bases loaded. And that brings up to the dish Nick Storino, who, oh, by the way, already has a grand slam today. He had a grand slam his first time up, grounded the second his last time up. Storino, a lefty. Swings, liner up the middle, that's a base hit. Scoring easy's Buschiero. They're waving Lucier home. Lucier home's easy. The throw comes in the third, and diving in safe is Kuzik, advancing to second. is Storino. So it'll be a 2-run double for Storino to make it an 11-1 game. That ball was smoked. First pitch swinging, Storino. And good base running for the Stags. Just beating the throw was Kuzik. So no outs remain. No outs. Second and third. Schmalzi to the plate. He flew out to left his first time. Line to center his last. Schmalzi takes strike. 0-1. The bottom of the order has done work today for the Stags. Storino with a 6 RBI day. Bushiero with a pair. Kuzik with a pair. The only RBI that's not from the bottom of the Stags lineup is Luke Namira's solo shot. As that was a ball low. 1-1 the Schmalzi. Keeping Kuzik closest third is Pasqualini. As that ball is low from Luke Garofalo. Garofalo. The 2-1, make it a 3-1 low. Really struggling with the zone, and every time he's come into the zone recently, he's been hit hard. The balls by Bouchier and Lucier were not hit hard, but since then, there's been a lot of loud contact. And that's high. So that's another walk for Garofalo, and there is action right now in the Blue Devil pen. So the bases are juiced once again. This time, Luke Namira comes up to the plate. Namira hit a solo shot last inning. That was off of DiPiero. He takes first pitch strike. The home run for Namira was his 4th of the season. His 12th RBI as Namira cuts and misses. Count 0-2. Garofalo quickly ahead of the leadoff hitter. Bases juiced. No outs. Count 0-2. Stags with an 11-1 lead. This ball is a fly ball. It's not going to leave the yard, but on the warning track and making a play at the wall, a heck of a play, is Torniero. So Torniero makes a great play, but that'll be a sac fly. So advancing from third to was Kuzik. Storino advances to third. Schmalzi stays at first. So that'll be a sac fly for Namira and an RBI. That ball was hit high, and I didn't think it was leaving the yard, but it kept carrying and carrying and carrying. And that ball was finally caught by Torniero on the track. So that brings up Zach Stellinger. Stellinger with a pair of base hits today. He takes ball outside 1-0. Leading off of first, Schmalzi. And that's a high strike. Count even 1-1. Leading off of third, as that one's fouled back on the Rafferty, is Storino. Count 1-2. The score is 12-1, no outs. First and third, bottom 5. There is some action in the Stags bullpen. The 1-2 cut on into the netting. Remains 1-2. That was a fastball high and outside. Stellinger just staying alive. Stellinger's a grad student, 5'11", 185 pounds from Cortland Manor, New York, as he once again taps one back foul to stay alive. Went to Kennedy Catholic with relations to Fordham. One, two, one out to the Stags second baseman. Garofalo deals. Line sharply foul into the street. That ball was turned on. The ball was ripped. Never had a chance of staying fair, but it was cranked. The 1-2 again, low. Stellinger evens the count at 2. Already has a pair of base hits today. Came into the game batting .304. That average is climbing. The 2-2. Outside 3-2. Good at bat from the Stags' second baseman. Not giving Luke Garofalo anything to work with. The delivery. Dribbler to short. Good. Goes to second first. They try to get a double play. They do not get two, but they get one. So the trade and out for the run. Scoring is Storino. Thrown out at second. Schmalzi. And on first is Sellinger. So that'll be an RBI for Sellinger. Gets there on the fielder's choice.
First baseman number 24,
Storino scores another run.
Bergevin.
Schmalzi cut down. So that brings up Matt Bergevin. Bergevin, the 8th Stags hitter, comes to the plate this inning. 2 outs. Zach Sellinger's on first. 13-1 here in bottom 5. First pitch holds up low, 1-0. Thought about swinging. The 1-0 to the Stags' first baseman. High and outside, 2-0. Can't emphasize enough. The ball is absolutely flying today, and that ball is driven deep to center field. It's gone into the trees. Matt Bergevin absolutely demolishes that ball to deep, dead center field. Took it to the deepest part of the ballpark and made it look easy. 15-1 Stags. That ball was a frozen rope, an absolute laser beam. So that brings into 15-1, and that'll be the end of the day for Luke Garofalo. So he gives up 6 runs and gets in 2/3 of innings work. We're going to step aside here as the Stags with a 15-1 lead in the bottom of the 5th. We'll be right back. Welcome back to WVOF Sports. I'm Ryan Canfield, and we have a 15-1 lead, and this is a pitching change for the Blue Devils. The 5th pitcher into the game will be Jack Kelly. Kelly, the senior, 2.16 ERA on the year. He's a 1-0 record, 5 appearances. He's gone 8 1/3 innings. The right-hander holds hitters to just a .250 batting average against. That off-speed is high, 1-0. Cleanup hitter Ethan Hibbard up to the dish, after Bergevin knocked Garofalo out of the game with what was an absolute rocket of a home run to dead center. The righty Kelly deals in for a strike. Count even a 1. Kelly's 6'2", 195 pounds. He's a senior out in Newington, Connecticut. Pitched 13 1/3 innings across 7 appearances last season. The righty deals and fires in a strike. He's up 1-2 in the Stag cleanup hitter. The score is 15-1. We're in the bottom of the fifth. 1-2 count, 2 outs. The ball is absolutely flying out of the yard today. 4 home runs for the Stags. And this ball is fought off and fouled back by Hibbard. We first had a Storino grand slam, then Kuzik with a 2-run home run, Namor with a solo shot in the 4th, and then Bergevin with a 2-run shot in the 5th. 5 innings, 4 home runs for the Stags. The only one they didn't have a home run in was the second. Kelly's 1-2, outside 2-2. Hibbard making them work. We have a very nice crowd on hand here on a nice, pleasant Tuesday afternoon here at Cook Field at Fairfield University. Kelly, the right-hander winds, delivers, fouled off by Hibbard. Kelly's a righty. If you can imagine this, with his right foot on the rubber, he sets up with his left foot a little bit in front. It's essentially a closed stance if you were a hitter. And he comes around. But he sets up on the first base side of the mound. He's almost a half a step ahead, his front foot to his back foot. Kelly deals, Hibbard ropes one. Oh, nice play by Pasqualini. He fires to first and gets it. That's a great play by Hunter Pasqualini to take away an extra base hit from Ethan Hibbard. Snares it and fires a bullet over to Jaworski at first. But that concludes the end of 5 innings here at Cook Field. The Stags up 15-1. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Cook Field at Fairfield University. We have a pitching change for the Stags. Entering the game, Peter Phillips. That concludes Ben Alexson's day. He went 5 innings, 1 run, 4 hits, and pitched around an error. To go along with that, Alexson had 2 strikeouts on the day. So coming in is Phillips. Phillips, a sophomore. He's tasked with 3, 4, 5 in the Blue Devil order. Colby Brulette, the 3-hitter, just took a strike and is down 0-1 to Phillips. Phillips is a righty. As this ball is shot, left field, foul, and it's just going to be out of the reach of Lucier. Phillips, 6'1", 205 pounds. He's a sophomore. He went to Simsbury High School from Simsbury, Connecticut, but he transferred in. Last season at Southern Connecticut State, he made 38 appearances, throwing 68 innings in 3 seasons for the Owls. He's 6-1 record. 5 saves and 3.71 ERA. As this ball's chopped, Bergevin grabs it, drops it, fires the first. They don't get it, and they do get him at time. So Bergevin sticks with it. A good job by Phillips to cover the bag, and Brulette is down for the first out of the inning. Bergevin rolled to his right, dropped it, picked it up, and fired it quickly to Phillips, covering the bag for the first out. So that brings up the cleanup hitter, Derek Hoggy. Hoggy walked his first time up, grounded the second his last time up. Hoggy, the lefty, cuts and misses at the first pitch. He's down 0-1. This season, Peter Phillips has pitched 4 1/3 innings total for Fairfield. As that ball gets through Kuzik, count even 1-1. He's gone 4 1/3 innings, given up 5 runs, 3 of which were earned. 6.23 ERA. He has given up 2 home runs. This ball inside, 2-1 to the cleanup hitter, Hoggy. We're in the top of the 6. 2-1, 1 out. Stags lead 15-1. This ball's hit sharply foul down the first baseline. Counts even 2-2. Phillips, 2-2 cut on and missed. Oh, foul ball. Popped just out of the mid of Kuzik. So getting another life is Hoggy. And this time he strikes him out. Fastball down and away, swing and a miss for Hoggy. And the first strikeout of the day for Phillips. That'll bring up Hunter Pasqualini, who has been the best player today for the Blue Devils. Made a fantastic play robbing Hibbard of a double his last time up. He's had a pair of hits. He's had 2 of the 4 hits for the Blue Devils today. Pasqualini, the lefty, cuts at the first pitch, foul ball down the first base line. Phillips, the sophomore, up 0-1. There's a chance he finishes this game with the mercy rules. This game could end before the 9 innings, depending on if the Blue Devils have anything left in the tank. Trying to avoid a 9-game losing streak, as Phillips goes high and outside. Count 1-1. Peter Phillips is 1-1. Inside, 2-1. Kuzik tried to bring it back to no avail. 2-1. He tried to do a nice frame there, and he had the positioning, but the ball was just too far inside for him to do anything with that. Phillips is 2-1, outside, 3-1. Good at bat for Pasqualini. He's got 2 hits. Torniero has a hit on a bunt. And that's a strike in there, 3-1 as Pasqualini takes it. I'm trying to find the 4th hit here. Short walk twice. Wasn't him. Oh, well. I'll find it eventually. Or maybe there's only 3 and I'm right and the scoreboard's wrong. Unlikely, but a possibility. And that ball is thrown behind Pasqualini. So he walks on the full count. And I said it earlier with DiPiero, there's no reason to walk people. When it's a game, there's a 14-run difference. Go at people. If they put the ball in play, they put the ball in play. But you pitch it a lead, you pitch aggressive. If they hit it, they hit it. So be it. Make them hit it. Hitting a moving baseball is the hardest thing to do in sports. As Bo Jaworski steps up to the plate with 2 outs. You're at the top of the 6th. Make him hit it as he fires in a strike to Jaworski. The first baseman has grounded out to the pitcher both times today as Jaworski. That will take it to the grave. I think the hardest thing to do in professional sports is now Phillips hits Jaworski with the pitch, so make it first and second, 2 outs. The hardest thing to do in sports is to hit a moving baseball. I don't understand, and I understand there are good arguments against it. It's like, oh, well, being a goalie in hockey is tough. Well, the average save percentage around the league is 90%. You're saving 90% of the shots. It's incredibly difficult to do. Like, if you hit 300 in baseball in a major league career, you're going into the Hall of Fame. That means you're succeeding only 3 out of 10 times. It is so much more difficult to hit a moving baseball than do anything else in any other sports. First and second, 2 outs, as I'll hop off my soapbox here. 15-1. Top 6. Stepping up to the plate, Matt Torniero. He's one of the hits today on a bunt. Struck out his last time. Phillips deals a fastball in for a strike. We have a pinch hitter up. Coming into the game now, four-turn hero is Kyle Gordon. Gordon started 5 games, appeared in 11, hitting 143. He's down quickly, 0-2. So Torniero's day is done. Gordon comes in. And did he go on the check swing? He did. So Gordon comes in. Phillips strikes him out on 3 pitches. And that'll be the end through 6.5. Stay right with us here on WVOF Sports. We'll be right back. Welcome back to WVOF Sports. I'm Ryan Canfield. The Stags have a 15-1 lead. Remaining in the game for the Blue Devils on the mound will be Jack Kelly. Stepping up to the plate will be Matt Buschiero. Buschiero has reached all 3 times he's been on. He's been up so far. Kelly's first pitch at the bottom of the 6th in there for a strike. It appears we're going to have a pinch hitter for Matt Lucier. Coming into the game will be sophomore Peyton Warrock. Warrock, 6 foot, 180 pounds, out of Amston, Connecticut. Buschiero drives a ball deep left field, and that ball is gone. Goodbye, baseball. That's onto the street. Buschiero gave it a ride with a leadoff shot to start the bottom of the 6th, make it 16-1 Stags. The 5th home run of the day for Fairfield. Deep left center field. No doubt about that one for the sophomore. His 6th home run of the year. So now, checking into the game, as I just mentioned, is Peyton Warrock. Warrock started 8 games, and he's hitting .447 on the year. Warrock's getting on a base at a .462 clip. So Lucier takes a seat. His day is done. Warrock, first pitch swinging, pops up center field. Just checked into the game as Gordon. He puts it away for the first out. So Warrock, first pitch swinging, pops out to the new guy on the other side, Kyle Gordon. So that brings up to the plate, I believe we're going to have another substitution. Freshman Aiden Bagliano for J.P. Kuzik. Bagliano, catcher, 6 foot, 200 pounds, from Crest Hill, New Jersey. Went to Bergen Catholic High School. Bagliano has started 1 game this year. Yet to have a hit. He's appeared at 6. Takes a ball low. 1-0 to the freshman. Bagliano, this is his 9th at-bat of the season. He's a righty. Takes a righty from Kelly. This is a fly ball. Right field. Gordon, who's going to take it. We have another substitution in the outfield because that is not Marlongi out there who just put that away. I'll get that for you in a moment. And making the catch, thank you to you guys, to the courtesy of the Central Connecticut fans, was Rios. Joe Rios put that one away. Thank you. So Nick Storino steps back up to the plate. He's had 6 RBIs today, 2-run double and a grand slam. First pitch swinging and missing, Storino. So substitutions across the outfield now. Gordon in center, Joe Rios in right. Fairfield just sent 2 guys up off their bench. Kelly's 0-1, outside 1-1. So we have 2 outs here, and you know what? I'm right, because we do have 2 outs, but the scoreboard says there are only 1. So maybe there have only been 3 hits for the Blue Devils, and my scorebook is correct, and theirs is not. As Kelly spikes that one in the dirt, bounces on the plate, 2-1. Storino looking to add on what has been a fantastic day. Grand slam and the 2-run double. His other at-bat, he grounded out to the second baseman short. Kelly's 2-1 inside, 3-1. Coming into the game, Storino was batting .224. The grand slam was the first home run of his season. This ball's lined left field. Oh, making an incredible diving play is Jeff Nickel. Nickel checked into the game and makes a fantastic play. So giving up a solo home run is Kelly to Bucciero. But other than that, all 3 outs were fly balls to different outfielders. Actually, excuse me, that's not Nickel who made that play. That was Antonio Ducatelli. So Ducatelli remains in the game, makes a phenomenal diving catch to end the 6th. So 16-1. We remain. We'll be right back. Stay here on WVOF Sport. Welcome back to Cookfield at Fairfield University. So I have to apologize. I'm obviously alone in the booth today, and there's been a lot of substitutions. The man who made that catch last inning was Antonio Ducatelli, the man up at the plate now. But Fairfield also has another pitching change. Coming into the game is Ryan Mariano. Mariano is a freshman, 175 pounds, 6'1", out of Bellingham, Massachusetts. Showing bunt is Ducatelli. And that'll be a strike. Bagliano now behind the plate for the Stags. Mariano's high school career was something to be incredible. It wasn't special. 2-time Tri-Valley Small Division Pitcher of the Year. He posted a 1.56 ERA with 146 strikeouts as he fires in another strike and 2 no-hitters. He struck out 86 batters in 44 innings his junior year. The stuff is there for the freshman. As he fires a fastball outside 1-2. On this season, currently, he's only had 2 innings of work. He's given up 10 hits and 10 runs. Good for a 45 ERA. And that's nothing to write home about. So getting some work, up 15 here. Mariano's 1-2 cut on a missed, and that's a strikeout. Second strikeout of the season for Mariano. Now checking into the game for Elliott Good is Chris Barkasy.
Pinch hitting for CCSU, number 36, Chris Borowski.
Borowski, excuse me. He's hitting 6'7". Pretty good. He's had 3 at-bats, 2 hits on the year. He cuts a miss at the first offer from Mariano. Coaches emptying their benches here in this blowout. 0-1, 1 out. Stags up 16-1 here in top 7. Mariano fires in a strike. Gets ahead 0-2. There is action in the Stags bullpen. I'm not sure if they're just getting in some work. Borowski now fires. Liner, right field. Bushiero there. He comes in a couple of steps, but he puts it away for the second out of the inning. Borowski hit it hard, just right at someone. That's baseball.
The second baseman, number 5, Brady Shore.
Brady Shore remains in the game. He'll get his 4th at-bat. He's walked twice in line to the left fielder. Still looking for his hit. He's had a hit in 20 of the 22 Central Connecticut games this year. Looking to make that 21-23. Still a successful day. Got on base twice. It's not a hit. So Mariano fires fastball low and away, 1-0. Mariano's 1-0, may get a 2-0. We are going to have another substitution. So Gianna Merlonghi, as we mentioned last inning, coming into the game and making that play was Joe Rios. If Short gets up, it'll be Joe Rios getting the next at-bat for the Blue Devils as Mariano fires a strike outside part of the plate, 2-1. And these are the types of situations where coaches love because they can put their guys out there and get real game simulation. It's hard to get the adrenaline you have in a game that you do as a bullpen. All of a sudden, your command goes from immaculate in a bullpen as he fires a ball at 3-1. And even though it's a 15-run game, you still get fired up to be out there. There's nothing that can simulate a real game-like situation. This is good work for the freshman. Mariano's 3-1. Popped. Will remain in play. And they're saying he made the catch. It was out of my view, but Nick Storino had to go all the way to the fence into the bullpen to make the play. So that is a 1-2-3 for inning for Mariano. At the conclusion of 7.5. The Stags up 16-1. Stay right here on WVOF Sports. We'll be right back. Welcome back to WVF Sports. I'm Ryan Canfield. We have another pitching change for the Blue Devils. Coming into the game, Randy Guzman. Guzman, the freshman, has 11.17 ERA on the season and 9.2 innings of work. He's a .439 batting average against. He has to deal with 9-1-2 in the Stags order. Guzman, he's a 6'2 right-hander, 190 pounds, out of Cranston, Rhode Island. Went to Cranston East High School. So now coming up to the plate is T.J. Schmalzi. Schmalzi made it to first last inning on a walk. Other than that, he's been out. Takes fastball inside 1-0. Here we are on the bottom of the 7th inning. 16-1 is the score. 1-0 count. Stags have 12 hits on the day. 5 home runs. Guzman fires fastball high, 2-0. 2-0 coming into the Stags 9-hitter and center fielder. Inside 3-0. You don't want to walk the 9-hitter come with this top of the lineup coming up. It's a recipe for disaster. Now, I don't know if all of them will be hitting. At the very least, Luke Nomura is still in the on-deck circle. So is Zach Sellinger in the hole. And they're going to call a strike, 3-1. Schmalzi took a half step to first. I think the umpire gave him the classic 3-0 call. Guzman now. His 3-1 fouled back to the netting. 3-2. So he battles back to make the count full. The freshman out of Rhode Island, working on the sophomore out of Lake Wallenpaupack, Pennsylvania. Guzman's 3-2. Dribbled. Ooh, and that hit the lip. That's a tough break for Boraski. That hit the lip. It was a chopper of a ground ball. Boraski just fresh into the game at short. It completely flattened out on him and went right under the mitt. So that'll be an E6 as Schmalzi will reach base.
Number 2, Luke Nomura.
Those are the type of bounces you see in Little League games. You don't see that a lot in a college field, but hey, home field advantage, I guess. Schmalzi leads off first. Luke Nomura steps up to the plate. He has a home run today. He drives Guzman first pitch out to center. Making the play is Kyle Gordon. So he lined it hard, but right at Gordon. 1 out. Schmalzi remains on first. Coming into the game, Zach Sellinger now. He remains in the game. He's got 2 hits, scored after getting a fielder's choice and an RBI his last time up. 1 out. Bottom 7. Sellinger takes a strike, 0-1. We've had an absolutely gorgeous day here at Cookfield, the Fairfield University. Not a lot of winds. Sun's out. Couple clouds as Guzman fires a ball. 1-1, 1 out. Schmalzi leads off first. They check on him. He gets back in time. Yorsi's had a busy day over there. Schmalzi leads off. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 16-1 is the score. That is low and inside. 2-1. Sellinger had to get his back foot out of the way there. The 2-1 from Guzman. Just inside 3-1 the Sellinger. We mentioned the top of the Stags lineup is not to be reckoned with. You fall behind, they're going to come out swinging. Guzman's going to have to make his pitch here. The 3-1. Cut on just over the head of a leaping Boraski at shortstop. Schmalzi will advance to second and stay there. It was just in off the handle, and it just got over the head of Boraski. He's had a couple of tough breaks this inning over there at short. So first and second, 1 out, and that'll be a 3-hit day for Zach Sellinger. So Bergevin steps up to the dish. He's had 2 hits, including an absolute line drive of a home run to dead center field that cleared the wall. That was Bergevin's 12th home run of the year and brought him up to 39 RBIs. He's got first and second here with 1 out. Ethan Hibbert is checked out of the game. He'll be pinch hit for as Bergevin cuts and misses at the first pitch from Guzman. Checking into the game will be Tyler Kipp. He'll take Hibbert's spot as designated hitter. Calling time and making sure Guzman checks and makes eye contact with Bergevin before he throws the pitch. The new pitch clock recently implemented, both at the major league level and the college level. Done its job. Shorten the game by a lot. Guzman's 0-1 high at inside, 1-1. Guzman, the freshman, trying to work out a little bit of trouble here. 16-1. First and second. Did he go? No, he did not. It was inside. It was just a matter of did Bergevin get around? He clearly did not. He held, but they checked anyway. Better to be safe than sorry. 2-1. One out, men on first and second. Here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Guzman. And that's in there for a strike to breaker. Evens the count at 2. Bergevin cuts, ground ball. Zabarski fires to second. Do they get 2? They do not. So they'll get Sellinger at second. It was a chopper to Borowski. It took him into the outfield. He fires over the short over to Yaroski. Bergevin beat it out anyway, but the ball was not fielded cleanly. It was a little bit of a short hop from short. So Bergevin will reach on the fielder's choice. And advancing to third is Schmalzi. So it's first and third. And as you mentioned, Ethan Hibbard's day is done. Uncharacteristically unproductive day for him, but it's a good day when your best hitter cannot have a productive day and you still put up 16 runs. Tyler Kipp, the junior catcher. He's 5'10", 200 pounds from Monroe, Connecticut. Cuts at the first pitch he sees. It's a breaking ball from Guzman in for a strike. The 0-1 from Guzman. Cut on a miss. Kipp again. 0-2. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I would go back to the breaker again. He's clearly ahead. Trying to turn on that fastball in. Buchiero with a home run. His last at-bat is on the on-deck circle. They will not check him out of the game. Kipp lines. Borowski. A lot of work for him. He bobbles the pick. Has to fire to first, and it goes past Jaworski. So Schmalzi will score. This will be tough because it was a backhanded play for Borowski over there at short and fired off his back foot. I don't know if he would have gotten Kipp anyway. I'm interested to see if they give him an error. Does not appear they're going to. So I'm going to give Kipp a hit. We have first and second as Bergevin advances to third on the wild throw. That'll be an RBI for Kipp. Brings up Buchiero. He went deep his last time up. Takes a strike here. So the Stags get another run. Make it 17-1 now. Schmalzi scored on the Kipp ground ball. Borowski's coming to the game and has gotten a lot of work as Buchiero cuts and misses down 0-2. So it's 0-2. 2 outs on Buchiero. Men on first and third here in the bottom of the seventh. Stags up 17-1. The pitch, low, 1-2. Buchiero has been on base all 4 times up today. He's walked, he's doubled, or singled and hit a home run. I believe he's actually a triple away from the cycle. Wouldn't that be something? And timeout is called. I'm not sure who called it. It looks like it was Buchiero who called timeout. Guzman was standing and waiting for a while. Count remains 1-2. Bergevin off third. Kipp off first. Guzman popped. Foul by Buchiero. Stays alive. On to Rafferty. So Buchiero staying alive. His home run, he gave it a ride to left center field his last time up. Didn't land on the grass. It landed in the street. He really crushed it. Fastball high and inside, 2-2. Fairfield's in the middle of a 17-game homestand right now. They had a couple rainouts last week, that one of which was away. But because that game was rained out, it has given Fairfield 17 consecutive games here at Cookfield. Buchiero check swing, stays alive. Fouled into the parking lot. Making Guzman work. Randy Guzman now trying to get out of further trouble. Keep this game alive. Buchiero cuts. It's got a lip. Short, feels, fires. So that'll be a 4-3. It's the ending inning. So the Stags get one more. The score is 17-1 as we head into the top of the 8th. We'll be right back here on WVOF Sports. Welcome back to WVOF Sports. I'm Ryan Canfield. We have a pitching change for the Fairfield Stags. Entering the game is Kevin Kell. Kell, 195 pounds, 6'1" sophomore out of Blue Bell, Pennsylvania. He went to LaSalle College High School, and he will be tasked with Joe Rios. Rios stepping in for Merlongi. And then we also have another substitution. Coming out of the game will be Colby Broyette. Is firing a strike in there, or a ball, excuse me, is Kell. Will be Fody. Tyler Fody. I believe it's Fody. I'm not sure. I don't know the pronunciations. As this ball is tapped, having to go to the outfield, firing Nomura. Not in time. It was such a high chop. Nomura had to backpedal a couple steps into the outfield and fired at the first, but beating it out is Rios. So Rios will get a base hit. As Kevin Kell is the first guy to get on. So that'll be Tyler Fody coming up to the plate. He has had one at-bat this season, and he did not get a hit. It is Fody. All right, hey, one for the good guys. So leading off at first is Joe Rios. Kell now working out at the stretch. Here are Kevin Kell's numbers. He's a 5.27 ERA. He's 1-0, appeared in 7 games. thrown 13 and 2/3 innings on the year. 13 and 2/3 innings, excuse me. Kell falls behind 1-0 to Fody. We're in the top of the 8th. Man on first. 1 ball, no outs, no strikes. Stags up 17-1. Kell, this ball is popped first base side. Fody lefty turned on that one. Almost hit a couple of hawks in the bird's nest on the light post. Over on Rafferty. Count even at 1. Tyler Fody. Kell deals. Breaker in, and there was a miscommunication there. There was a mix-up because the catcher Bagliano was standing getting ready to go, and as if it were a fastball. Clearly a cross-up between the two. Count 2-1. I actually think that might have been a strike. We have a lacrosse ball enter the field of play from Rafferty. The umpire throws it back. Play will resume. Actually, this time of the day, could even be an intramural game, an intramural softball game if someone hit a home run. So here's Kell's 2-1. Cut on a miss. Good pitch from Kell. Fastball upstairs. Fody in his second at bat of the year with a hit will bring his batting average up to 500. Joe Rios leads off of first. Bergevin holding him on. Kell, did he go? Yes, he did. It was a check swing, fastball high. So that'll be a strikeout for Kevin Kell, and 1 down here on top of the 8th. Remaining in the game will be
Catcher number 34,
Derek Hoggy. Hoggy in the day, walked, grounded the second, struck out. Rios remains on first. Kell deals. Fastball down and in, ball. To the cleanup hitter. Central Connecticut State, as we mentioned, in the midst of an 8-game losing streak. Barring what would be maybe the greatest comeback in the history of sports, we're looking like we're on our way to 9. Kell's 1-0. Strike. If my microphone doesn't pick it up, Kell has a little bit of the tennis player grunt as he throws every pitch. Just after he releases. I've never understood that, if grunting really does anything or if it's a psychological thing or what it is. Kell deals. Good. Fastball outside part of the plate. 1-2. And what do you think? If it's just grunting, maybe gets out a little extra energy, locks you in a little bit more? I don't know. Hey, to each their own. Kevin Kell's pitching in college, and I'm announcing it. I'm no longer playing for a reason. Kell's 1-2. High. 2-2. Rio's still on first. He's got the 5th hit of the day, although I'm still not sure where the 3rd one was. I only have 4 in my book. The 2-2 to Hoggy. Dribbled. Just stayed alive to the back stop. Remaining in the game will be Hunter Pascalini. He's on deck. One of the few starters on either team that has not been swapped out yet. Kell's 2-2. Breaker in outside. 3-2. Working the count full was Hoggy. Rios off first. Like I said earlier, the mentality has to be throw strikes. If Hoggy gets a home run, who cares? It's a 2-run home run. You're still up 14. Can't walk, guys. Kell walks him. Fastball not even close. So first and second, 1 out.
The third baseman, number 11.
And as we mentioned earlier, Pascalini's been the best hitter of the day. Couple of hits and a walk. He's been the Blue Devils' best player today. Kell looked to get out of this game unscathed. Now, admittedly, I'm not up to date on the rules, but I believe if Kell holds him scoreless here, ends in a mercy. But I'm not entirely sure. That's a strike to Pasqualini. Pasqualini, the lefty, waiting for Kell. Kell, the righty, the sophomore from Pennsylvania, trying to put this game away for the Stags in what has otherwise been a great game. Good pitching, strong start for Alexson. 5 innings. Phillips doesn't give up a run. Neither does Mariano. As Pasqualini evens the count at 1. Overall, a very strong ball game for the Stags. Breaker high. He's throwing that curveball. He does not have a lot of command right now, the curveball, leaving it up in the zone. Up in the zone where it's not a strike, but if even it's a little bit lower, that's still a pitch that presents a massive problem. That could be blasted out of the yard. A lot of hanging breaking balls out of the hand of Kell. His fastball's been his money's pitch, but he's been struggling to locate it. The 2-1. This ball is fouled. Count even at 2. And I think if you're Kelly, you just got to pound him with the fastball here. You're trying to make the breaking ball work, but sometimes you just don't have it. So Kell's 2-2. 1 out, first and second. Breaking ball, grounder, chopped, seeing eye single through the hole. They're going to wave home Rios, and Bucciero is going to hold it. So that'll be another RBI for Pasqualini, make it 17-2. So Rio scores from second. Because it was hit not so hard, Hoggy just advanced to second. So it's first and second, 1 out. Stepping up to the plate in place of Jaworski will be Dominic Crescenzi. Crescenzi's at 3 at-bats. He's had 1 hit on the season.
Pinch hitting number 32, Dominic Crescenzi.
Kell's going to step off for a moment. So Crescenzi places Jaworski at first base, getting his 4th at-bat of the season. Kell's 0-0. Cut on it, missed. The benches slowly emptying and emptying. The starters will enjoy the rest of this game off. This is one of those games where if you're on the Fairfield side, the dugout couldn't be a better place as Kell finally gets a breaking ball in the drop for a strike. There's nothing like a blowout win in the dugout. The vibes couldn't be higher. Everyone's cracking jokes. On the other side, you just want this game to end. 17-2 here in the top of the 8th. 0-2, and he gets the swing and a miss. It was a drop third, but it doesn't matter since first base is occupied. So Crescenzi goes down swinging, and that'll bring up Kyle Gordon. This will be Gordon's second at-bat of the game. He struck out in his first one. First and second, 2 outs. 17-2, top of the 8th. Center fielder Kyle Gordon to the dish. Gordon came into the game batting 143 as he cuts through the high fastball. Kell, despite his struggles with his command, does have 2 strikeouts this inning. And he gets another one. The fastball strong, 0-2. 0-2, 2 outs. First and second. 17-2 here in the top of the 8th. Kell's 0-2. Fouled back into the parking lot. Oh, boy. Ooh, that was a twofer. That got the hood of a car, and then it skipped onto a white Jeep. I'm telling you, folks, it's why you can't park in the parking lot next to baseball games, because that had trouble written all over it. That had a good sound on it. That's why I parked in the parking garage. You don't deal with that. 0-2. Breaking ball low, 1-2. And you almost made it to the end of the game, too. It was top of the 8th, and then the foul ball hits your car. And I don't even know what the ricochet damage was like on the other one. Kell's 1-2. 2 outs. Foul ball. Here we go again. Does it have a car? Ooh, just misses a car that's actually parked illegally. Ooh, actually, so parking lot wasn't completely unscathed. On the third bounce, it hit the hood of a car. Not hard. Shouldn't do a ton of damage, if any. The 1-2. Oh, my gosh, here we go again. Another foul ball into the parking lot. Ooh, right off the door. It bounced and skimmed. It wasn't a direct hit, but it hit a door pretty good. If it's not too late before this at-bat ends, I would move your car. Because Kyle Gordon has made his mission to hit every single one of the parking lot. Kevin Kell's 1-2 is coming once again. Gordon stepping out. There actually are people moving their cars in the parking lot right now. Good for them. The umpire is taking note of something here. Not sure what. On deck is Ducatelli, Antonio Ducatelli. He had a fantastic catch earlier in the game. If we get there, though. 1-2, 2 outs. Kell deals. Low, 2-2. Good at bat from Gordon. A lot of foul ball, staying alive in the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 17-2 men on first and second here in the top of the 8th. What has been a gorgeous day here at Cookfield. Kell deals, and it's another foul ball into the parking lot. Ooh, it got a car good. That was a direct hit off the hood of a car. I mean, like I said, if you parked in the parking lot, it's open season right now for Kyle Gordon. He's lighting them up. That was a really good hit, too. That was no skim or anything, not on a bounce. That was a direct shot. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kell. Another foul ball. This time the netting saves it. It hit the top of the netting, but that was also going in the parking lot. Kyle Gordon is putting together a heck of an at-bat, making Kell really work. They've all been fastballs, too. Maybe you throw in a breaker now. Try to get him swing on top. Kell's 2-2. This is a foul ball. It's not into the parking lot. It's going to be off the side of Rafferty. But it was in that general direction. Once again, Kyle Gordon putting together a truly impressive at-bat. Making Kell really, really work. 2-2 again. Low, 3-2. Kyle Gordon's at-bat has re-energized the Blue Devils dugout. So the count is full. 2 outs. The merry-go-round will be set in motion. The runner's on first and second. Kell. Foul ball into the netting. I actually unironically think down 15 in the top of the 8th, this is the best at-bat I've seen today. Kyle Gordon just continues to spoil good pitch after good pitch after good pitch. And at one point as the pitcher, I've thrown you everything. And you keep fouling it off. He's going to make a bad pitch before he makes a good one. Kell deals, and inside. What a walk for Kyle Gordon. What an impressive at-bat. So he walks to load the bases and gets a very well-deserved cheer from the Blue Devil faithful. So Pascalini's at second. Hogs at third. The bases are loaded for Antonio Ducatelli. And I know you're up 15, but I don't think it would be a bad idea at all for Aiden Baglino just to go check on Kell. That was a really, really long at-bat. I don't think it would be a terrible idea to jump him here if you're Ducatelli. Maybe he loses a little bit of focus after losing that battle to Gordon. Kell fires a strike outside. The real winner, now that bat's over, is anyone who did park in the parking lot because you're now safe. The damage, ideally, is done. As Ducatelli's a lefty, and theoretically any foul ball would go away from the parking lot. This time, Kell's fastball is outside, 1-0. Ducatelli making his fifth start of the season today. Came into the game batting over 300. Has struck out twice so far. Flown out to left as others. He takes fastball outside. 2-1. There is action in the Stags bullpen. Kell. And that's swung through and tipped it to the mid of Bagliano. Counts even 2-2. It's a lefty up in the pen, but I do not have supervision, and there's not cameras telling me who's out there. I believe that's number 11. I believe that's Ricky Airbeck getting up, if need be. Kell bounces it. Bagliano blocks it. So here we go again. Counts full, 3-2, 2 outs. The merry-go-round will go. Gordon at first, Pascaluini at second, Hoggy at third. They're all set to go on the release of the pitch. Three-two, 2 outs. Top 8, bases juiced. Runners go. Kell sits the swing and a miss. And he gets out of the jam. So, 17-2. We will head to the bottom of the 8th. Stay right here on WVOF Sports. Welcome back to WVOF Sports. I'm Ryan Canfield. It is 17-2 Stags, and we have a new pitcher on the game for the Blue Devils. It'll be Zach Robinson checking in for Randy Guzman. Peyton Walrook at the dish for Fairfield. Up 1-0 is Robinson. Walrook first pitch swinging was out last time. He's currently up in the count 2-0. Robinson moving so fast I can't even tell you a little bit about him. He's at an 8.38 ERA. 6 appearances, he's 1-0 as Walrook drives one deep but foul. Pulled it down the first base line. Robinson has worked in 9.2 and 2/3 innings this year. His batting average against is .426. Robinson, a sophomore at Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Whoa, that foul ball almost just went over my head, but the net saved it. He went to high school at William T. Dwyer. Count even at 2-2 on Peyton Walrook. Walrook, sophomore outfielder, drives one deep right field, and Walrook leaves the yard. Into the townhouse parking lot goes Walrook. The Stags up 18-2 on Walrook's solo shot. His first of the year. The 6th home run of the day for the Stags. And he got it. We mentioned none of these home runs today have been cheapies. The wind is starting to pick up a little bit, but that ball was smoked.
The catcher, number 8, Aiden Baglino.
So now stepping up is the catcher, Aiden Baglino. Came in for J.P. Kuzik. Baglino flew at the right his first time up. Robinson deals in strike. And it's good to see Warwick at a home run. He's had limited playing time this season. This is his 14th appearance, but he's balled out. He's came into today batting .447. That'll only go up as he's 1 for 2 in the day. As Baglino cuts and misses. He's down 0-2. Robinson deals the 0-2. Outside, 1-2. Stags can hit. It's never been their problem. It's a matter of, do they have enough pitching? Can they play good enough defense to make a run deep? This ball pops sky high. Foul. The freshman looking to make the most of his at-bats. Baglino on the year is still looking for his first hit of the season. Granted, he's had a whopping total of 9 plate appearances coming into today, but and this is high. Count even at 2-2 to the freshman catcher. One of my favorite things is when the guys who don't play as much get in the game and everyone on the bench kind of locks in a little bit. And it's almost a sign of appreciation for just the hard work they put in. Even though they don't play, with the limited opportunities they get, they have the full support of the team as Baglino works the count full at 3-2. The full count to the freshman catcher. Pop foul into the parking lot. And just misses the car in the first bounce. Hit the windshield on the second bounce. So that was a windshield shot off the first bounce. Count remains full. And he strikes out. A nice pitch from Robinson, the bounce back. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Checking in will be Nick Storino. Storino's had a great day so far today. Couple of hits, couple big ones. 2-run double. Grand slam. He hit his first home run of the season today. Dribbles it. Yanks it really far foul into his own dugout. Storino a lefty. He's down 0-1. Starting to get a little bit chillier here as the sun is getting covered by the shadows. This is another ground ball into the Fairfield dugout. 0-2. Robinson, after giving up the home run to Warwick, attacking here. That fastball is high. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. 18-2 off the Peyton Warwick solo home run. And this ball is hit to center field. Kyle Gordon is under it. 2 away. That'll bring up Schmalzi, who got on last time on an E6.
Center fielder number 22, T.J. Schmalzi.
So T.J. Schmalzi, the center fielder, looking to go to work. Of Zach Robinson. Robinson trying to do damage control on his line after giving up a home run his first time up. Bounce back strongly with 2 outs. He gets ahead, 0-1. Did he go? No, he did not. Schmalzi holds up, count 1-1 on a ball low. And what looks like we had another ball come in from the softball field, and that's the makeshift softball field for intramurals. And that is in there for a strike, 1-2. A good off speed on the inside part. Nice front door slider. The 1-2 from Robinson. Deal, swing and a miss from Schmalzi. So he bounces back nicely after the solo home run. And we go into the top of the 9th, where the Stags look to close this one out. 18-2. Stay right with us here for the end of this one on WVOF. Welcome back to Cook Field at Fairfield University, where we have the top of the ninth inning, but we also have a new pitcher. Sophomore Aiden Collegrand is coming into the game. He's 6'1", 215 pounds out of Kings Park, New York. The sophomore went to Kings Park High School. On the season, Collegrand has pitched 2 innings, giving up no runs, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts. He's going to face the bottom of the order now. Chris Baroxy will lead off. They go 9-1-2 to the Blue Devils. Collegrand, first pitch in there for a strike. Stags 3 outs away from having won 6 of their last 7. The second pitch popped up into the parking lot. Bounces once. Wow, actually did a little car roulette and just skimmed the top of a Jeep. That was overall minimal damage on a ball in the parking lot. Can't say the same for some of the balls from Kyle Gordon's at bat. Collegrand is 0-2 high and outside. 1-2. Brossi, the 9-hitter, came into the game 2 for 3 in the season. And he's going to strike out on a pretty breaking ball from Collegrand. 1 down. Brady Short's day is done. Pinch hitting for him will be Danny Rogers. Rogers just 1 for 11 on the season in limited action. Rogers a lefty hitter.
Pinch hitting, number 14, Danny Rogers.
The 0-0 from Collegrand, the Rogers, high 1-0. We'd like to thank you for spending part of your Tuesday afternoon listening to WVOF Sports on YouTube. It's been a fun one to call. First ever solo broadcast as Collegrand drops in a pretty strike. 1-1. Stags help make it special. 18 runs, 6 home runs. That'll always do the trick. It's a winning formula. When you hit 6 home runs, I think you're going to win more ball games than you lose. Collegrand drops in another pretty breaking ball. He's up 1-2. That curve is working well for him. The 1-2 from Collegrand. Swing and a miss. It's a drop third strike. Baglino to Bergman at first. 2 down. 2 up, 2 Ks. Stepping up to the plate, Joe Rios. Rios scored a run last inning for the Blue Devils.
Right fielder, number 12, Joe Rios.
Collegrand 1 batter away from wrapping this game up. Stags have done a very good job pitching today. 2 runs, 6 hits has been all that's allowed. Collegrand is going to draw a weak pop-up just behind the pitcher's mound. He falls down, and he's going to put it away himself. Who says pitchers aren't athletes? A little shallow pop-up, not high enough where the rest of the infielders can get there. He kind of stumbles backwards and makes the play. So that'll be it. Fairfield wins by a final score of 18-2. I'm Ryan Canfield for WVOF Sports. Thank you guys for spending part of your Tuesday with us, and have a great rest of the day.